I have lived long enough to recognize a trap, even when it is wrapped in love. And when her brother's message arrived, sweetened with urgency, dressed in warmth, carrying the tone of someone performing rather than speaking, she did not feel excitement. She felt alignment. Pieces sliding into place. A pattern she had seen before, now returning in a more deliberate form. They invited her to a family reunion. She understood immediately, it was not an invitation. It was a summons. If that opening alone already feels familiar to you, pause here. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who has ever been invited into something that felt off. Because what follows will not just entertain you. It may protect you. Greetings, my darlings. I am Medea. I have watched kingdoms fall not from war, but from betrayal disguised as affection. What you are about to witness is not myth, not legend, but a modern execution of something far older. Quiet justice, sharpened by memory and restraint. If you have ever been mistaken for a source rather than a soul, then you will understand every breath of what follows. Because nothing about that message existed in isolation. No betrayal of this precision ever does. It begins years earlier, in small permissions, in quiet sacrifices that are never repaid but always remembered, by the wrong people. She was the eldest. The stable one. The one who did not drift. While others experimented, she calculated. While others collapsed, she absorbed. While others asked, she provided. And slowly, so slowly it almost felt natural, the family redefined her role. Not sister. Not daughter. Resource. If you have ever carried that role in your own family, stop for a moment. Like this video and subscribe. You are not alone in that experience, and what happens next will show you exactly how that role is broken. At first it came wrapped in gratitude. Small emergencies. Temporary needs. Situations that sounded urgent, reasonable, unavoidable.
Rent that needed covering, just this once. Medical bills that could not wait. Business ideas that only required a little push to succeed. She gave. Not blindly, but generously. Thoughtfully. Repeatedly. Years passed like this. 15 of them. And something shifted not in her, but in them. Because generosity, when repeated without resistance, does not remain generosity in the eyes of the receiver. It mutates. It becomes expectation. Then entitlement. Then, when challenged, resentment. Her brother adapted fastest. He stopped asking with humility and began asking with assumption. The language changed. The tone hardened. Gratitude faded into something transactional, something rehearsed. The numbers grew larger. The urgency more frequent. The repayment, non-existent. Still, she observed. Still, she allowed it, until the moment clarity finally outweighed conditioning. When she refused, she did not do so emotionally. She documented it. Calmly. Clearly. In writing. No accusations. No hostility. Just a boundary. That was the moment everything truly began. If you respect boundaries, even when others don't, like this video now. And subscribe, because the next phase of this story is where most people lose control, but she didn't. Because the instant she ceased being accessible, she became obstructive. And to someone who had built their reality around her availability, that obstruction felt like betrayal. So he did what entitled people often do when denied access. He rewrote the story. Weeks before the reunion, he began quietly. A conversation here. A complaint there. She's changed. She thinks she's better than us now. She's forgotten where she came from. The statements were never aggressive enough to provoke defense. Just subtle enough to plant out. Just emotional enough to feel believable. And slowly, methodically, he constructed a version of reality where he was not dependent, but wronged. Where she was not disciplined, but selfish. By the time the invitation to the reunion arrived, the groundwork had already been laid. The audience prepared. The roles assigned. It was not a gathering. It was an arrangement. If you can already see where this is going, pause and share this video with someone right now. Because what she realized next saved her from a public collapse. The morning of the drive felt ordinary. That was the brilliance of it. No visible tension. No overt hostility. Just familiarity performing its usual routine. Bags packed. Gifts arranged. Music playing softly as the road stretched ahead. Her husband drove. Relaxed. Unaware. And for a while, she almost allowed herself to believe that maybe, just maybe, she had overestimated the situation. But instinct does not disappear. It waits. About an hour into the journey, something shifted. Not externally. Nothing in the environment changed. The road remained steady. The sky clear. The music consistent. But inside her, something tightened. A quiet pressure. A subtle resistance. Like a thread being pulled from a place too deep to ignore. She adjusted slightly in her seat, as if movement might shake it off. It didn't. Then her phone lit up. A message from her brother. "Hurry up, everyone's already here and excited to see you both. Don't be late." She read it once. Then again. And that was when everything crystallized. If you've ever ignored a warning like this and regretted it, like this video now. Because what she does next is the difference between survival and humiliation. It wasn't what he said. It was how. Too eager. Too directive. Too rehearsed. Excitement had never been his language. Urgency had never been his tone, unless there was something to gain. And in that moment, every conversation, every request, every subtle shift over the years aligned into a single, undeniable conclusion. This was not a reunion. This was an extraction. She turned her head slowly toward her husband. Her voice, when it came, was calm, controlled, final. "Turn the car around. Now." He hesitated briefly. "But we're almost." He didn't finish. Because her eyes did something words could not. They removed uncertainty. If you would have trusted that instinct, subscribe right now. Because what happens next proves that one decision can dismantle an entire trap. At the next safe turn, he reversed course. And, just like that, the trap collapsed. Not because it failed, but because it was never triggered. Later that evening, confirmation arrived. Not loudly, not publicly, but through truth. A cousin reached out. And what she revealed changed everything. If you're still here, you're exactly the kind of viewer this channel is built for. Like, subscribe, and stay with me because the full design of the trap is about to be exposed. Cars positioned to block exit. Relatives assigned roles. Voices prepared. Accusations scripted. The moment the car stopped, the sequence would begin. Emotional pressure first. Then escalation. Then destruction. And if she resisted? Public humiliation. Reputation dismantled in real time. Financial lies. Personal distortions. Character assassination. All designed to force compliance. It was not a conversation. It was a collapse. If you've ever faced coordinated pressure like this, share this video now. Someone in your circle needs to see this before they walk into their own version of this trap. Now observe carefully. Because this is where most people lose. They react. She did not. She did not call. Did not confront. Did not argue. She documented. Everything. Messages. Requests. Manipulation. Dates. Patterns. Evidence. And then, she deployed it. Strategically. If you believe in winning quietly but completely, like this video and subscribe. Because this next move is where power truly shifts. She sent the truth. To the right people. Not everyone. Just the ones who mattered. And she said only one thing. I share this so the truth may stand clearly. No anger. No explanation. Just reality. And reality is lethal to deception. The unraveling began. Slowly. Then completely. If you're still watching, comment reverse below. Because she didn't just escape the trap, she reversed it. Conversations changed. Doubt spread. His narrative collapsed. He was not attacked. He was revealed. And that is a far more permanent outcome. Time passed. Now he avoids her. withdraws from gatherings, cannot face her presence. And the same family he once controlled now watches him differently. She, on the other hand, sleeps peacefully. No pressure, no obligation, no leakage, only peace. If peace like that is your goal, like, subscribe, and share this video. Because too many people are still negotiating with manipulation. Her final words? Piss is expensive. I'm not giving discounts anymore. I recognize this pattern well. She did not destroy. She corrected. She did not react. She executed. Now I ask you. You're in that car. The message arrives. The instinct speaks. Do you continue? Do you confront? Or do you reverse? Comment your answer now. Reverse, confront, or silent. And before you go, subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs to learn this lesson before it costs them everything. They invited her into a trap. She turned it into a reckoning. She did not raise her voice. She raised the standard. And in doing so, ensured no future invitation would ever come with chains attached. The next story is colder, more calculated. Make sure you are subscribed. Until then, I remain Medea.